Hello friends, and welcome to my today's lecture on the characteristics of the Elizabethan age. In my previous lecture on the same topic, I had talked about the history of Elizabethan age. The period of Elizabethan age is generally regarded as the greatest in history of English literature. Historically, we note in this age the tremendous impetus or motivation received from the Renaissance, from the Reformation, and from the exploration of the New World. This age was also known as the Golden Age. I had already mentioned this. Now, this age was marked by a strong national spirit, by patriotism, by religious tolerance, by social content, by intellectual progress, and by unbounded enthusiasm. Such was the Elizabethan age, an age of thought, feeling, and vigorous action, which finds its best expression in the drama and the wonderful development of the drama culminating in this age. Though this age produced some of the excellent prose works, it is essentially an age of poetry, and the poetry is remarkable for its variety, its freshness, its youth, and the romantic feeling. Now, if we talk about the major characteristics which are known by the sage of Elizabethan, I would name them first and then explain them in detail. Among them, on the first place, we have revival of interest in the Greek literature, then abundance of output, the new romanticism, translations in the Elizabethan age, the spirit of independence, development of drama, prose, and novel in the end. So these 7 characteristics mark the Elizabethan age. Now, in the revival of interest in the Greek literature, we find that the ardent revival in the study of Greek literature, it brought a dazzling light into many dark places of the interest. And the new classical influences were a great benefit in this. They tempered and polished the earlier rudeness and roughness of the English literature that was there. Now, abundance of output as far as it is concerned, this Elizabethan age was rich in the literary productions of all kinds. Till we find that there was a better state of things right after the accession of Queen Elizabeth. And in this very age, we see that many pamphlets and treatises were freely written. Sometimes the writers did indulge in scurrilous abuses, but they were of personal character only. And on the whole, the output of literature that was there, it was very wide. And after the lean years of the preceding epoch, the prodigal issue of the Elizabethan age is almost embarrassing. As far as the new romanticism is concerned, the romantic quest is, in this age, for the remote, the wonderful, and the beautiful. All these desires were abundantly fed during the Elizabethan age, which were the first and the greatest romantic epoch of the period. Now, according to Albert, there was a daring and resolute spirit of adventure in literary as well as the other regions. And most important of these was an unmistakable buoyancy and freshness in the strong wind of the spirit. It was an ardent youth of literature, and the achievement was worthy of it. Now, as far as the fourth characteristics, that is the translations in the Elizabethan age is concerned, we find that this age witnessed translations from many different, several important foreign books there into English itself. Now, many translations that were made were equally popular as the original works itself. For example, Sir Thomas North translated Plutarch's Lives, and John Florio translated Montaigne's Essays. And equally popular were the translations in poetry. For example, Metamorphoses was translated by Arthur Golding. Aristotle's Orlando Furioso was translated by Sir John Harrington. Tasso's Jerusalem Liberata was translated by Richard Carew, and many more in this line were there. Now, even the spirit of independence we could see in the Elizabethan age. In spite of having borrowed many things from abroad, the authors who belong to the Elizabethan age, they did show a spirit of independence and creativeness. Shakespeare also borrowed many things and very freely, but by the talent of his own creative imagination, he transformed the dross into gold. Spencer introduced the Spenserian stanza, and by having a look at his work or reading through them, we can get an impression of his inventiveness and his intrepidity. If we see, on the whole, all the writers of this age had a very broad and independent outlook. Now, during this age, even drama developed to a extent. Drama made a very swift and a beautiful leap into maturity. That is, it reached its maturity during this age itself, and even drama achieved perfection in the hands of Shakespeare and Ben Jonson. Though in the concluding part of this age, we find, especially in the Jacobean age, there was a decline in the standards of drama. But poetry definitely enjoyed its heyday during the Elizabethan age. The whole of this age lived in a state of poetic fervor. Songs, lyrics, sonnets, they were all produced in abundance, and England became the nest of the singing birds. And as far as versification or poetry was concerned, there was a great improvement which could be marked. Melody and pictorialism were introduced in poetry by Spencer. Now, prose and novel, as far as these two things are concerned, for the first time, prose was given a first-rate importance here, and even the development of poetical drama between 1579 AD and 1629 AD is, or rather could be more extraordinary than the sudden expansion of the English prose, and is its adaptation to every kind of literary requirement. English novel also made its proper appearance during this age. So we find that everything was nearly, not completely, but nearly to the standard of perfection during this age. That's all about the characteristics of the Elizabethan age. I'll be coming up with another topic of mine in my next lecture. Till then,